The average number of homeless people at any given time in the U.S. is around 750,000, around 1% of our nation's population.
Been out here 3.5 years now. Sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's not. Big dollar makes a lot of difference. You got enough dollars, you can get about anything you want. Right now I'm running real low on dollars.
And we, as a nation, must do something about it.
But what?
The issue of homelessness is a large issue because most people are unaware of how many people actually don't have somewhere to live.
Audio Jungle.
Than just not having a home, it's also drug abuse, it's alcoholism, it's mental.
I think that we need to have a lot more funding to be able to help our people.
I don't know that much about people being homeless. I think that's part of our society's problems.
I think the efforts to increase the size of the middle class are helpful, but at the end of the day, I don't know that there's an answer that's going to completely fix everything.
I always believe that instead of giving someone a couple of fish, give them a rod.
To do a lot more fundraising and giving, providing food and shelter.
The impression is that people go out during the day and then find a place to sleep for the night.
Some may say that it is not anyone's choice to be in such terrible circumstances, and that the government can help the homeless in many ways, such as funding and shelters. While others may think that the majority of the homeless are drunks and drug addicts, and they chose this lifestyle. As early as the 1820s, however, many people were against public relief for the poor. Chronic homelessness is defined as a long-term or repeated homelessness that is sometimes coupled with a disability.
There's also mentally ill men and women that are usually kept in poorhouses. Orphanages at that time also spring up to provide care for poor children.
According to Elm's points of view, each year approximately $2 billion is spent on homelessness, with little to show for such efforts other than an ever-expanding network of shelters that does little to address the cause of homelessness, instead just moving people off the sidewalks.
The need to boost the economy by raising the minimum wage.
We should encourage corporations to invest more in research and development and the salaries of their employees. It's time for us to invest in educational opportunity to guarantee that we have the most highly skilled workforce in the world. For 6 out of every 10 jobs in the near term is going to require some education beyond high school.
The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, led by the federal executive branch, is the government's principal agency for protecting the health of all citizens and supporting the essential human services, especially for those who are less fortunate to help themselves. The federal partners who provide housing and personal programs is a critical part of achieving the goal of preventing and ending homelessness.
That they're going to choose it. So it's really about creating the options that work for people and getting them off the street and into stable places where they can, live and, work on their health,
struggle daily to keep the lights on, put food on the table, and to keep a roof over their heads. Add to that the cost of paying for a personal care attendant, and it becomes increasingly difficult for them to stay in their homes. This makes no sense. The VA provides this benefit to ensure that our low-income, disabled wartime vets have the necessary resources to receive the medical care they need and that they have earned.
However, many strive to assist the vagrant and come to the aid of those who need it most, such as Global Service Day, World Homeless Day, and Charity Tuesday.
Economists acknowledge that if we do these and other things, wages will go up and will increase the gross domestic product of the United States.
There are so many options and challenges that should be brought up, and some say that the government is stepping in when they can, and no human should live under those circumstances. But others may believe to promote rather than provide. No matter what side of the story you're on, this can't and won't be ignored.